Okay, hi everybody. It's Nina Perez here from Dance Today, and I'm here with Debbie from All Dressed in White. And this is one of our Wedding Connections interviews that is here for your service, for the newly engaged couple that is wondering what to do. And today in the show, we have Debbie, and she hosts a trade show called All Dressed in White. And Debbie, maybe I'll let you introduce yourself a little bit
Sure.
and tell us what you do.
So we actually have a few different things. We have All Dressed in White, which we've been doing since 2012. So we typically do 3 to 4 wedding shows a year post COVID. We're in a new age now, but eager for people to see, and people are still getting engaged. People are still going to get married. It might have looked different. It still is a little bit different, but they're ready to move on with their lives. A couple of wedding publications. One is in the Lower Mainland called Wedding Connections, which we've been doing since 2010. And then on Vancouver Island, we have another publication called the Wedding Experts. And we've been doing that for about 28 years. So we've been at this a long time. And again, we're here to connect, engaged couples with all the vendors, wedding services, products in British Columbia. So it's a great place to start.
Exactly. And that's what I was going to say. So the newly engaged couples would definitely need to go to a wedding show. And that's the All Dressed in White. It's a wedding show. And so what should a couple expect when they go to these shows like yours?
They don't want to miss the show. We have amazing prizes. So we have a cake dive. We have a Battle of the Grooms. We have hotel stay giveaways. We've got basically a 1/2-carat diamond earrings in our cake dive. So the cake dive is a lot of fun. That's kind of like our signature. So people go, oh, yeah, I heard about that. And so it is fun. You don't get to participate in it. It's certainly fun to watch as well.
Right.
For a lot of people, I think they're overwhelmed at that process when they haven't gone to any shows or, they've never had that experience. So it can be, I was just at a wedding show yesterday, and the biggest thing I always hear, and I've heard this for a long time, oh my God, this is overwhelming. They don't know what to expect. And they don't realize there's that many people, services out there to help with their planning. So it's really important to go to wedding shows. Every wedding show has something different to offer. There's different vendors. They all have great advice. And I think personally, being one-on-one with vendors, asking their professional opinion really helps them in that process, right? So it's really important not just to go to our shows, but to go to other shows in the Lower Mainland as well as the Vancouver Island. We want to promote businesses in British Columbia, mainly on the island and in the Lower Mainland. So yeah, it's a good way to start.
So could you walk me through, pretend I'm a couple and I walk into your show. What do I see? What should be my plan of action?
Well, I would really start right at the very beginning. You're going to come into the show. If you're one of the first 100 brides coming or engaged couples coming to the show, you're going to get an amazing, what we call a lucky bridal bag. And we have all kinds of product in there. So every bag starts at $200 and up. You can also get, we have 60 vendors. So each of those bags are basically going to have a certificate on there that tells them that they won a prize from that vendor, which is a great way to start a show, knowing that you've already won something. And I would go and meet every vendor, because if you're just starting out, you don't know all the services that are out there. And maybe there's things that you haven't even thought about. So I think, get all that information, take it home, look it over. I mean, a lot of people make really good connections and they book people right away. A lot of the businesses will have show specials. Take advantage of those. They're only usually that day. So, sometimes vendors will extend it, but typically you want to take advantage of those, especially if you make a great connection with a vendor. You want to book them right away, because especially right now, people are booking up right away. Because of COVID, people have prolonged their weddings. So it is a little bit different. I always say, if you're getting if you've planned your wedding for 2023 or 2024, which we are seeing a lot of couples doing that, it's usually an 18 to 24 month period. We used to say it used to be a year of planning. That's not happening anymore. Certain people want certain venues. Right. They want certain photographers. They want certain DJs. So you definitely want to confirm your date and start booking those right away.
So that's a really good point, because even in my booth, which I'm going to be at this trade show, I will have the specials of the day as well. So you do recommend that couples, kind of grab those deals because they're going to be only at the show. And so they should be ready to have a budget for things that they're going to find on sale. So that's good to know. Sometimes couples might think, oh, I'm just going to go and browse, and they're not ready to purchase. Yeah. But you're saying they should definitely be ready to purchase, because there'll be things that are one day only sales. That is a really good tip.
Well, sometimes they have such amazing deals that you don't want to give that opportunity up, right? And so it's really important. And if it doesn't work that day, I mean, it just continue to talk with them, and they may have ideas. All of these people we've worked with them for the last 12 years basically, and I have a really good rapport with all of these businesses, and they're the ones that have the knowledge. We produce the show, and we can bring the couples to the show, but really it's the vendors that are there to help the couples. So I think that's really important to look at it from that point of view. And just have fun. Just have fun with the process of you're engaged, and this is an exciting time of their lives. And I really recommend, if you're, bring your fiance with you.
I was just going to ask that. Should the brides go alone with their moms or with a wedding party?
And sometimes you'll see, mom and, the couples with both their parents there, or their entourage of, they already know who's in their wedding party. Some of them get dressed up and have a fun time doing it. They've got matching t-shirts, tiaras, whatever. But enjoy that process because it's not going to happen again. You want to enjoy this part. I think it's really important to have both, the fiance and his or her partner, and because you want them to be part of that decision making. Yes, it's always said it's, the bride's day, but reality is, the groom is a big part of it, and so you definitely want him to be part of that. And it's really important too, because I find with a lot of couples, you hear, I wish I brought my fiance. I wish I had brought him or her with me because I can't make these decisions on their own. So it is important to be there and kind of know how that conversation went with that particular vendor. And say, yes, we want to book you, so bring your entourage, bring your family, but definitely bring your fiance, because that is really important.
So what are 2 tips that the brides and grooms need to do to have the best experience at your bridal show? Bridal show.
Yeah, absolutely. First one, wear comfortable shoes. 2 is make up your own labels with your name, your email, your wedding date. It saves writing. If you're going to a show and they have 50 or more booths, everybody usually has some type of draw. It just saves on your handwriting, right? So it makes it such easier to just peel it off and stick it on their entry. So that would be my advice.
What a great idea. I think that's wonderful. And yes, comfortable shoes, because they'll be walking all over the place, and we don't want to get tired. No. Super awesome advice. Thank you so much. So what is the best way to book your bridal show? How do we get tickets? How do we find you?
Yeah, everybody can go to adiw.ca. Really simple. You'll see tickets right on the homepage. Click on that and you can get engaged couple tickets. If it's just the bride or it's just the groom, your tickets are free. You just have to pre-register. If you want to bring family and friends, you can add your guests. The tickets are only $10. So it's really reasonable. So it's a good outing for the entire entourage, I guess I would say.
I was going to ask, is this something that you guys do? Because I thought, this is the misconception, that bridal shows were expensive to get into, and it was a cost on itself. But your bridal shower, not bridal shower, this bridal show, all dressed in white, it's free. You're saying it's free for brides and grooms, and actually $2 a ticket for anybody else.
I'll tell you the reason that we're doing that. Because of COVID for these past 2 years, it's been tough on not only on people getting married, of having to postpone their wedding sometimes a couple of times, but it's been tough on the vendors. So we definitely want to bring those couples in at no cost to them, and just start meeting vendors, right? Yeah, absolutely.
That is so wonderful. So I hope that everybody watching this will get their tickets right away and come and see us. And of course, say hi at our booth. And
absolutely.
Yes. If we have any questions, of any of the couples that are in my database have questions for you, they can reach you at ADIW. Is that correct?
Yeah, .ca. So they can email ADIWbridalshow@gmail.com.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Debbie, for giving us some tips on how to get started. I feel like every bride and groom should do a bridal show right away as their first step. Absolutely. And then be ready to connect with the vendors and interact, and be ready to book them so that they get the best deal, and it can save some money on their wedding budget. So absolutely. Thank you so much for being with us. And if you guys have any questions, you can contact me or Debbie, and we will see you guys on the next interview. Talk to you soon.
See you Sunday.